comprehensive immigration reform. I always have and always will. I think that immigrants are what keeps America vibrant and has kept America vibrant throughout our nation's history. I am both the daughter of an immigrant. My mother became a citizen in her 50s, but I'm also a daughter of the American Revolution. My dad's family fought in the Revolution to create the United States of America. So when I get to go in front of audiences and talk about immigration in a way, I think, that looks at all sides of the issue. We have enough votes in Congress to pass comprehensive immigration reform. And if we would pass it, the studies say that we could bring as much as $2 trillion into the economy within the first 20 years of passing comprehensive immigration reform. It would be good for the economy. And yet, Speaker Ryan will not allow the vote to come up for a vote. It passed the Senate. We waited for it in the House. We had enough votes to pass, but he wouldn't let it come up for a vote. This is the kind of thing that we're talking about when it comes to this election cycle. It's not just about who becomes president. It's also about who do we put into the Senate and who do we put into the House so we can actually have the vote. It's shameful that we've not passed comprehensive immigration reform. One of the things that I've been working on, though, with comprehensive immigration reform, especially for Asian American communities, is that when they passed the bill out of the Senate, they gave up the sibling category. And yet the sibling category is one of the most important categories for Asian Americans to sponsor relatives coming to the United States. And so I've been fighting very hard to get the sibling category to be put back into any kind of a deal we have on comprehensive immigration reform. If I get elected to the Senate, I will be the first Asian American elected to the United States Senate not from Hawaii. I support companies that will bring jobs back to the United States, which means that unlike my opponent, who supports providing tax cuts to companies who send American jobs overseas, I would provide tax cuts to companies that keep jobs here in the United States. There are some jobs that are not going to stay in the U.S., and I understand that, but we should not be rewarding companies, for example, that do things like inversions, where they buy a foreign company that only is 20% of the larger company and say, oh, now we're an Irish company, so we don't have to pay U.S. taxes. I oppose inversion, and I think that if a company is going to invest in the United States, then those companies deserve a tax cut.